There's a moment in all of our lives when we're confronted with this uncomfortable truth: what we're doing simply isn't enough. Not because we aren't talented, not because we aren't capable, but because the effort we're giving doesn't match the life we say we want. And that realization can sting. It feels heavy, almost like someone just held up a mirror and asked, "Is this really all you're willing to give?" We live in a world that sells us shortcuts, easy fixes, and overnight success stories. We scroll through highlight reels, and it's so tempting to believe that the people who are thriving just stumbled into it, that somehow luck, timing, or connections paved their way. But here's the truth no one really wants to hear. Behind every success that looks effortless is someone who worked harder than we'll ever see. They worked when no one was clapping. They pushed through when it felt uncomfortable. They kept going when quitting would have been easier. And I want you to sit with this for a moment. When we say we want change, when we say we want more, when we declare that dream out loud, we're also signing up for the work that dream requires. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. And if we keep showing up with the same half measure of effort, we will keep living the same half measure of results. But here's the good news: harder work isn't punishment, it's power. It's not about grinding yourself into exhaustion or proving your worth to the world. It's about choosing to lean in when it matters most. It's about saying, "I will not let comfort keep me small." It's about giving your best, not because anyone else is watching, but because you know the life you want deserves more than the minimum version of you. I'm not here to tell you it will be easy. It won't. Growth never is. But I am here to tell you that every ounce of effort you pour into yourself, into your craft, into your calling, it matters. And when you work harder, when you push past the limits you once believed defined you, you begin to discover something extraordinary you were capable of more all along. So today isn't about guilt. It isn't about shame. It's about waking up to the truth that the gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't impossible. It's just waiting on the version of you who's willing to work harder. There's a moment in all of our lives when we're confronted with this uncomfortable truth. Pause. What we're doing simply isn't enough. Hey, slow tone, not because we aren't talented, not because we aren't capable, but because the effort we're giving doesn't match the life we say we want. And that realization can sting. Her pause, it feels heavy, almost like someone just held up a mirror and asked, "Is this really all you're willing to give?" We live in a culture that celebrates shortcuts. I pause everywhere we turn. There are promises of easy wins, quick fixes, and success without the sweat. We scroll through highlight reels, and it's tempting to believe that the people we admire just got lucky, that maybe it was timing, connections, or fate. Her pause, softer, but the truth is, behind every story that looks effortless is someone who worked harder than most of us will ever see. They worked when no one was cheering. He paused, they kept going when the results were invisible. Pause, they pushed through the quiet, unseen hours of practice, of discipline, of sacrifice. And that's what we rarely acknowledge, that success isn't built on the stage, it's built in the shadows where effort lives. So here's what I want you to sit with when we say we want more. Pause, more success, more freedom, more opportunity. What we're really saying is we're willing to meet the cost of more. And the cost is work. Not busy work, not rushed, frantic, distracted work, but focused, consistent, brave work. The kind that requires you to dig deeper than you have before. Hey, pause, softer, and I know the word harder doesn't sound glamorous. It doesn't light up our excitement the way words like easy or instant do. But harder is where the magic happens. Harder is where transformation lives, because nothing grows without resistance. And pause, and if you think about it, even your muscles know this. They only grow when they're pushed against pressure. The same is true for your life, your business, your dreams. But let me be clear, this isn't about hustle for the sake of hustling. Her pause, steady tone. This isn't about working yourself into exhaustion just to prove you're worthy. It's about aligning your actions with your aspirations. It's about asking yourself, does the way I'm showing up today honor the life I say I want tomorrow? Pause, harder work isn't punishment. It's power. It's the courage to choose the harder path when the easy one won't get you where you're going. It's the discipline to keep showing up when motivation fades. It's the decision to do the uncomfortable thing, not because it feels good, but because growth demands it. And here's the beauty. When you work harder, you don't just get results. Her pause, you get resilience. You get strength. You get the confidence of knowing you can trust yourself to keep going when life tests you. And life will test you over and over again. So today isn't about shame. It's not about guilt. A soft tone, it's about waking up to the truth that the distance between where you are and where you want to be isn't unreachable. Her pause, it's simply waiting for the version of you who's willing to dig in, stay steady, and work harder than you ever thought you could.